Welcome back to GBGuns. I'm fresh back from the range with the Regent CC45, an incredibly affordable steel 1911 in a slightly more compact size. Took it out to the range for, of course, the full mag plus one, our what's for dinner test with a variety of different loads, and then field accuracy, shooting 5 shots from 7 yards. I'll roll in that footage and let you see how it went. So you might see a slight wardrobe and scene change. That's because when we recorded the full magazine plus one, we had some camera difficulties. So here I am back on another day to start off this video, and then it'll finish with footage from the first time we took it out. Full magazine plus one, that's 8 and 1 loose, and the Regent CC45. Go full mag in, drop it, safety on, mag out, and I'll top it off. See how it runs. Looks like we got one slight feeding issue. And one eject issue. This was Freedom Munitions 230 grain ball. Let's see how it runs with some of the higher end ammo. So here's our lineup for the what's for dinner for 45 ACP. Not a whole lot of variety in bullet weight, but there is indeed variety in bullet shape. So that's what we'll be looking at to see how it cycles. We'll start off, the heaviest is our 165 grain HydroShock. Then we've got a 230 grain, which of course is heavier. I'll swap that around. 230 grain Winchester PDX-1 Defender, 185 grain SIG V-Crown, 185 grain Legend Pro, 185 grain Critical Defense, and the 185 grain Remington Golden Saber. For all of our ball ammo in the full mag plus one, we'll be using Freedom Munitions. Start off our what's for dinner for the CC45. We've got Winchester PDX-1 Defender, 230 grain, firing 3 shots as always. See how it does. That round has some serious recoil. Now moving a little lighter, we've got the SIG Elite Performance. Just a moment, 185 grain hollow point. Now the Legend Pro from GBW. This is a solid copper hollow point, moving 950 feet per second. So even though it's a 185 grain bullet, it's still not moving too quick. Whew, sure felt like it did though. Now the classic, you sure it's going? Okay. Now the classic Hornady Critical Defense, 185 grain. This is claiming 1,000 feet per second. Now of course, this is not a 5-inch barrel, so we're not quite getting that velocity. Had a round fly out of the magazine. So that was interesting. It was a magazine failure, not the gun's fault, but somehow the third round popped out with the ejection of the second round. I've recovered it, put it in the magazine, just to see if we get a lock back on an empty magazine and finish our test of the ammunition with this gun, not a test of the gun or the ammunition independently. Ran just fine on lockback. Now for the 185 grain Golden Saber. Don't know the velocity because Remington doesn't tell us. Neat round though. See how it runs? Just fine. And our lightest is the Federal Low Recoil 165 grain, which is almost down to half the weight of a standard 45 round. Will it cycle, especially with this short barrel? It did. Now for 5 shots from 7 yards, the CC45 using SIG Elite Performance ammunition, 230 grain. A little bit of flinches, but the accuracy is there.
So what'd you think? Interesting hiccup on the second full mag plus one. I can tell you that the first time we took it out using the same ammo didn't have any issues. So I don't know what was going on there. My guess is magazine related, although they're pretty good mags. Most gun issues are magazine related, because standard ball ammo should run, especially considering that all of the other rounds ran just fine. As far as accuracy, it shot very well. I was hitting a bit low. That could be my fault. I err sometimes. Was filming a lot of guns that day and was getting kind of tired. So just look at the group. Know that the gun is consistent. We're not looking at where the group was. That's me, not the firearm. What are your thoughts on the Regent CC45? Thanks for watching.